Hello student, good morning. I am Dr. Ajay Kumar Sinha, Professor of Chemistry. Today I am going to discuss multiple choice questions and answers with explanation. These questions will be based on internal energy and enthalpy change. That is, all questions will be based on chemical thermodynamics. Now I am starting with question number 1. These questions are based on, actually whatever I will discuss today, that will be based on internal energy and enthalpy change. Now question I am reading. The change in internal energy of a system depends on, first, initial and final state of the system. Second, whether the path is reversible. Third, whether the path is irreversible. Fourth, none of the above. Again, I am repeating the question. The change in internal energy of the system depends on, first option, initial and final states of the system. Second, whether the path is reversible. Third, whether the path is irreversible. Fourth, none of the above. None of these. Now you can answer it within 30 seconds. Just to think. After that, I will give explanation and answer also. I will answer an explanation. Just to think. Now, its correct answer is initial and final state of a system. Internal energy actually depends on initial and final state of system. That is, the option A is correct. Internal energy is a state function, and a state function means it will depend on initial and final state of the system. Second question. Internal energy of an ideal gas depends only upon, first option, volume, second option, temperature, third option, pressure, fourth option, density. Again I am repeating. Internal energy of an ideal gas depends only upon, first option, volume, second option, temperature, third option, pressure, fourth option, density. Just to think, this you can answer within 10 seconds. You can answer. It is not very difficult. Think. After that I will give answer and explanation. Its correct answer is temperature. Internal energy of an ideal gas depends only upon temperature. Option B is correct. Option B. Correct? Internal energy of an ideal gas depends only on temperature. Temperature and internal energy both are related. Next question. In an isothermal reversible cyclic process, the total change in internal energy, first, is always positive, second, is always negative, third, is always zero, fourth, can have any value. Again I am repeating the question. In an isothermal reversible cyclic process, the total change in internal energy, first option, is always positive, second is always negative, third is always zero, fourth can have any value. This you can answer within 10 seconds. Just to think, after that I will give answer and explanation. Its correct answer is always zero. In an isothermal reversible cyclic process, the total change in internal energy is always zero. Correct? Why? Because you are reaching to the same internal energy and final energy becomes same. Hence, the difference will be zero. As the system returns to the original state, delta E is equal to 0. Next question, means option C is correct. Next question, the internal energy of 1 mole of a gas is, first option 3 by 2 RT, second option half KT, third option half RT, fourth option 3 by 2 KT. Again I am repeating the question. The internal energy of 1 mole of a gas is, first option 3 by 2 RT, second half KT, third half RT, fourth 3 by 2 KT. Just to think, this also I can answer within 20 seconds. Just to think. Its correct answer is 3 by 2 RT. 3 by 2 RT. Option A is correct. The internal energy of 1 mole of a gas is 3 by 2 RT. This is a direct formula. Okay. From kinetic gas equation, you know, PV is equal to 1 about 3 MnU square. PV is equal to 1 upon 3 MnU square. And PV is equal to RT. PV is equal to RT. It means RT is equal to 1 by 3 MnU square. Then here Mn, small m into a small n, that is a capital M, molecular mass. M into n, small m, mass of one molecule, and n is the number of molecule. Correct? Then if you m into n is telling about the molecular mass. Hence RT is equal to 1 upon 3 MeU square. Now just to multiply by 2 by 2. Then what you will get? You will get 2 by 2 you can multiply because it will be cancelled. But now you will get these things. Final result you will get, because half MeU square, that is the kinetic energy. You know, kinetic energy is equal to half MeU square. Hence in the place of half MeU square, you can write kinetic energy, Ke. Then what will be left out? 2 by 3, because you have multiplied by 2 by 2. Hence now you will get RT is equal to 2 by 3 Ke, means kinetic energy. Hence kinetic energy will be what? 3 by 2 RT. Correct? RT is equal to 2 by 3 Ke. Then K is equal to what? 3 by 2 RT. Correct? Just by cross multiplication. Hence correct answer is option A. Internal energy of 1 mole of gas is 3 by 2 RT. Now next question I am telling you. Which one of the following statement is incorrect about internal energy? First option, the absolute value of internal energy cannot be determined. Second, the internal energy of 1 mole of a substance is same at any temperature or pressure. Third, the measurement of heat change during a reaction by bomb calorimeter is equal to the internal energy change. And fourth option, internal energy is an extensive property. Again I am repeating the question. Try to understand. Which of the following statement is incorrect about the internal energy? Incorrect about internal energy. First option, the absolute value of internal energy cannot be determined. Second, internal energy of 1 mole of a substance is same at any temperature or pressure. Third, the measurement of heat change during a reaction by bomb calorimeter is equal to the internal energy change. And fourth option, internal energy is an extensive property. This question you can answer maximum by 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Just to think. After that, I will tell answer and explanation. Just to think. Its correct answer is option B. Means, actually question is which of the following statement is incorrect about internal energy? Then option B is incorrect. Means the internal energy of 1 mole of a substance is same at any temperature and pressure. Then option B is correct, means this statement is wrong. Okay, this is incorrect statement, but answer option B is correct. Okay, and all three options are given options are right. Means first option, the absolute value of internal energy cannot be determined. That is a correct statement. Third statement, the measurement of heat change during a reaction by bomb calorimeter is equal to the internal energy change. This statement is also correct. And fourth, that is internal energy is an extensive property, is also correct. Then option B option is a statement is wrong. Hence only B is correct. Because question is that which statement is incorrect. Then option B is incorrect. Okay. Internal energy of a substance depends upon temperature and pressure. Okay, just remember, this is explanation. Internal energy of a substance depends upon temperature and pressure. Hence, given statement B is incorrect, and answer is only B. This statement is incorrect. Now, next question I am telling you. Listen carefully. The absolute value of internal energy of a substance cannot be determined because, first option, no suitable apparatus is available. Second, it has very low value. Third, the individual molecules are very small in size. Fourth, it is sum of many quantities, some of which cannot be determined. Again, one more time, I am reading the question. The absolute value of internal energy of a substance cannot be determined because no suitable apparatus is available. This is the first option. Second option, it is very low. Third option, the individual molecule is very small in size. Fourth option, it is sum of many quantities, sum of which cannot be determined. Now, just to think, this question you can answer within 10 seconds. Just to think. Its correct answer is option D. That is, it is the sum of many quantities, sum of which cannot be determined. This is actually correct answer. Last option, fourth. Because E is equal to, E means internal energy, that is the sum of you can say electronic energy, E plus En plus Ec plus Ek, means all type, it is a sum of all type of energy, kinetic energy, correct, nuclear energy, electronic energy, Coulombic forces, all there also, means all type of energy if you will add means kinetic energy, potential energy, electronic energy, nuclear energy, all type of energy, then you will get internal energy. Then all internal energy can't be determined. Okay, that's why option D is correct. It is the sum of many quantities, sum of which cannot be determined, particularly for nuclear energy. Okay. Now next question I am reading. The heat content of a system is same thing as first option free energy, second option internal energy, third option enthalpy, fourth option chemical potential. Again I am repeating the question. The heat content of a system is same thing as first option free energy, second option internal energy, third option enthalpy, fourth option chemical potential. Just to think, this we can answer within 10 seconds. Just to think. Its correct option is enthalpy. Option C, that is the correct. H is equal to E plus PV. You know, H is equal to E plus PV. Enthalpy is called actually heat content. Heat content is called enthalpy. Hence, correct option is C. Next question I am reading you. In the reaction C plus O2, CO2 plus 93.4 kilocalorie. C plus O2, C is solid, O2 means gas, CO2 we are getting gas plus 93.4 kilocalorie. In this reaction, 4 option is given. First option, enthalpy of product is greater than that of reactants. Second option, enthalpy of product is less than that of reactants. Third option, enthalpy of products is same as that of reactants. Fourth, enthalpy of products is half of that of reactants. This answer, again I am repeating this question. After that you can answer. First, actually I am reading the question. In the reaction C plus O2, CO2 plus 93.4 kilocalorie, First option, enthalpy of product is greater than that of reactants. Fourth, enthalpy of product is less than that of reactants. Third, enthalpy of product is same as that of reactants. Fourth, enthalpy of product is half that of reactants. Now think, this also you can answer within 15 seconds. It will not take time just to think. After that I will tell answer and explanation. Its correct answer is option B. Enthalpy of product is less than that of reactant, because plus 93.4 kilocalories there, means this amount of heat is going outside with product. If a product was having required more energy, then this would have not gone, but it is going outside. It means product required less energy than reactant. Reactant was having more energy, that's why when reactant converted to product, extra energy is going out. Correct? Hence option B is correct. Enthalpy of product is less than that of reactant. And also you should know that HR means enthalpy of reactant is greater than HP, means enthalpy of product, or you can tell HP is less than HR. P means product, R means reactant, H means enthalpy. Okay, this you remember, because heat is going out means reactant was having more, and product required less. That's why extra energy is going outside. Now next question I am reading. During the evaporation of a liquid, first option, the enthalpy decreases. Second option, enthalpy increases. Fourth option, the enthalpy remains unchanged. And fourth option, internal energy decreases. Again I am reading the question. During the evaporation of a liquid, the enthalpy decreases. Second, the enthalpy increases. And third option, the enthalpy remains unchanged. Fourth, internal energy decreases. During evaporation, I am talking about evaporation of liquid. You think whether it will increase, decrease, or remain constant, or internal energy decreases. What will happen? Just to think, it is conceptual. Hardly 30 seconds time just to think. Its correct answer is option B, that is the enthalpy increases. Enthalpy increases. Why? Then enthalpy, you know, H is equal to E plus PV. Then during the evaporation of a liquid, what will happen? Volume will change. Volume will change means delta V. Volume is changing, volume will change. Then delta V value will be there, increase. Then H will increase. Okay. And correct option is the enthalpy increases. Okay. Liquid absorbs heat, you know. During evaporation, liquid absorbs heat. Hence, its heat content or enthalpy increases. This way also you can think. When you will evaporate, then heat will be required. Heat will be required. Hence, heat content and enthalpy will increase. And also you can think volume will change. Volume will change E plus P into delta V. If pressure is constant also, volume will change because if pressure is going on. In that way also you can understand. Okay, and second way, liquid absorbs heat, hence heat content or enthalpy increases. Now next question, which of the following relationship is correct? First, H is equal to E minus PV. Second, H is equal to E plus P plus V. Third option, H is equal to E plus PV. Fourth option, minus E plus PV. Then already I discussed. Easily you can answer. Option C is correct. Correct? H is equal to E plus PV. This relation is correct. Many time I discussed. Hence option C. Option C is correct. Delta H is equal to delta E, and delta is equal, actually here given option is only H is equal to E plus PV. That is correct. Okay, this relation is common, and also you can write, you can tell this delta H is equal to delta E plus P into delta V. That way also means heat content H is equal to E plus PV. That is the correct means relation. Now this next question I am telling you. The correct relationship between delta H and delta E. Very easy. First option they have given delta H is equal to delta E minus P into delta V. Second, delta H is equal to delta E plus P into delta V. Third option, delta H is equal to delta E plus delta P into delta V. Fourth option, delta H is equal to E plus P into delta V. Then this is also easy. You can answer within 10 seconds. Second option is correct. Delta H is equal to delta E plus P into delta V. Third option, they have given all are delta. P is also written in delta. Delta H is equal to delta E plus delta P into delta V. This is wrong. Delta H is equal to delta E minus P into delta V. That is also wrong. Delta H is equal to E plus P into delta V. This is also wrong. And what is correct? Second option. Delta H is equal to delta E plus P into delta V. Pressure into change in volume. Okay. Now next question I am reading. The enthalpies of all elements in their standard state. The enthalpies of all elements in their standard states, that is at 298 Kelvin and 1 atmospheric pressure are. First option unity, second option 0, third option different, fourth option negative. Already I have discussed this question. Just again I am repeating. The enthalpies of all elements in their standard states are. Standard states means 298 Kelvin and pressure is 1 atm. Are first unity, second 0, third different, fourth negative. I think quickly you can answer within 5 seconds. Already I have discussed. Correct? Now its correct answer is what? 0. Its correct answer is 0. Option B. Option B is correct. Okay. Now these things. Actually, you know that the enthalpy of an element in the standard state, that is equal to 0, already discussed. Okay, hence no problem in that. Now next question I am telling you. In which of the following cases delta H and delta E are not equal to each other? In which of the following cases delta H and delta E are not equal to each other? First option, the reaction involves no gaseous reactant or product. Second option, the number of moles of gaseous reactants and gaseous products is not equal to each other. Third option, the number of moles of gaseous reactants and gaseous product is equal to each other. Fourth, the process is carried out in a closed vessel. Again, I am repeating the question. You listen carefully, this question is little difficult. In which of the following cases delta H and delta E are not equal to each other? Okay, may be equal, may not be equal. Then question is that in which one of the following cases delta H and delta E are not equal to each other? First option, the reaction involves no gaseous reactant or product. Second, the number of moles of gaseous reactants and gaseous product is not equal to each other. Third option, the number of moles of gaseous reactants and gaseous products is equal to each other. And fourth option, the product is carried out in a closed vessel. Okay, just to think, 30 seconds. It will take around 30-second time. Okay, just to try to solve it. Its a correct answer is the number of moles of gaseous reactants and gaseous product is not equal to each other. Not equal to each other means option B. Okay. In which of the following cases delta N and delta H are not equal to each other? Then when the number of moles of gaseous reactants and gaseous products is not equal to each other means they have different. Only that time delta H and delta E are not equal to each other. Okay, this question is important. Okay, and conceptual also. Its explanation I am telling you. Delta H is equal to delta E plus delta nRT. Delta nRT. And when delta n is not equal to 0, if it is a 0, only that time it both will become equal, delta H and delta E. If delta n is a 0, because 0 into n, 0 into RT is equal to 0, only that time it will become equal. But if delta n is not 0, not equal, then both will be not equal. Okay. Hence correct option is B. B. The number of moles of gaseous reactants and gaseous products is not equal to each other. Only that time delta H and delta E are not equal to each other. Next question. Internal energy does not include first option vibrational energy, second option rotational energy, third option energy arising by gravitational pull, fourth nuclear energy. Correct? This you can answer within 10 seconds. Okay, just to again I am repeating the question. The internal energy does not include first option vibrational energy, second rotational energy, third energy arising by gravitational pull, fourth nuclear energy. Okay, quickly you can answer, just to think. Its correct answer is option C, energy arising by gravitational pull. Here energy is outside force, not within the atom or molecule. Correct? It is not within the atom. Vibrational energy is within the atom, because atom can vibrate either this molecule or atom. Vibrational energy will be there, rotational energy will be there, nuclear energy in atom, nuclear energy will be there, and gravitational force or pull is due to the earth gravitational force. That will not include, that is not coming under the atom. Okay, hence option C is correct answer. Internal energy does not include in energy arising by gravitational pull. Now next question I am going to discuss. That question I am reading now. When a solid melts, there is, first option, an increase in enthalpy. Second, a decrease in enthalpy. Fourth, no change in enthalpy. Fourth, a decrease in internal energy. It is easy. Again I am repeating the question. When a solid melts, there is, first option, an increase in enthalpy. Second, a decrease in enthalpy. Third, no change in enthalpy. Fourth, a decrease in internal energy. Just to think, this you can answer within 10 seconds, less than that. Its correct answer is an increase in enthalpy. When solid melts, there is an increase in enthalpy. Now we can understand. After getting energy only it will melt. Correct? Then obviously heat energy will increase, then enthalpy will increase, heat content will increase, because H is equal to E plus PV. Here E will increase because T will increase. When it will melt, that time internal energy will increase. Internal energy will increase. Okay, hence there will be increase in enthalpy. Answer is, option is A. Okay, option is A. And explanation I told you, that is the internal energy. When it will melt, internal energy will increase. Okay, for melting a solid absorbs heat. That is the main reason. One more question I want to discuss, that is based on internal energy only. Delta E is the same. Delta E is the heat absorbed at constant. Again I am telling question. Delta E is the heat content or heat absorbed at constant what? First option temperature, second option pressure, third option volume, fourth option T, P and V. Delta E is the heat absorbed at constant what? First option temperature, second option pressure, third option volume, fourth option temperature, pressure and volume. Just to think what will be the answer. It is very easy, you can answer. It is full of concept. Many times I have discussed. Its correct answer is option C, volume. Many times I told you, wherever delta is coming, it means volume is constant, and whenever delta H will come, that time pressure will be constant. And here delta E is the heat absorbed at constant volume. Okay, at constant volume. then this is the correct answer. Okay, delta E is equal to QV. Delta E is equal to QV. Today I am stopping only here. Next class again I will continue. Many questions are there. Then this term wise I will discuss. Term wise. Because questions are many terms are there, then terms wise I will discuss, then it will cover entire different type of question. Okay, thank you.